In another video, we observed there are very good historical reasons for thinking Jesus predicted his imminent death. Since Muslims and Christians both regard Jesus as a prophet, his predictions create a terrible dilemma for Islam, since the Quran states Jesus did not die, but that God made it appear that he did. Why is this a difficulty for Islam? The answer is quite simple. If Jesus died, the Quran is mistaken when asserting that he did not. But if Jesus did not die, the Quran is mistaken about him being a true prophet, since he had prophesied his imminent death. In either case, it appears the Quran is mistaken about Jesus. And that's the Islamic catch-22 argument, which challenges the reliability of the Quran's claims about Jesus. The only response from Muslim apologists is to assert Jesus never predicted his imminent death. Let's look at two major ways they argue for this conclusion. The first way is to ask, if the Gospels are correct that Jesus predicted his imminent death and resurrection on several occasions, why is it that his disciples did not appear to be expecting his resurrection? Now, this is a fair question, but it is by no means without a plausible answer. You know, it must have been difficult for Jesus' disciples to grasp his death and resurrection predictions, given their belief that the Messiah would overthrow the Romans and set up his kingdom on earth when he came. Therefore, it's plausible, in fact quite probable, that the concept of a dying and rising Messiah was so foreign to their thoughts and hopes that they simply did not comprehend Jesus' prediction. Or maybe they thought he was mistaken, or were in a state of denial while hoping events would turn out differently than Jesus was predicting. In support of this answer, remember that Peter rebuked Jesus when he predicted his imminent death. Moreover, Mark and Luke tell us Jesus' disciples did not understand his predictions pertaining to his passion, and there are numerous references to the weak faith of the disciples. Therefore, a plausible, even probable explanation is available for why Jesus' disciples did not expect his resurrection. But even without this explanation, the tension raised by the failure of Jesus' disciples to expect his resurrection is not nearly enough to justify dismissing the very strong historical evidence favoring Jesus' predictions of his imminent death. A second way Muslim apologists seek to deny Jesus' predictions of his imminent death is an appeal to numerous verses in the New Testament, wherein they spin dubious interpretations in order to cast doubt on Jesus' death. These will be the subjects of additional videos. So in summary, the historical evidence justifies a high degree of confidence that Jesus prophesied his imminent death. And if he was a true prophet of God, as both Muslims and Christians believe, we can be confident that his prophecy was fulfilled.